Me again. Today I'm going to have a lot of fun with IG Live and just sharing my insights on this full moon. So I moved to LA about 3 years ago. When I moved to LA, I started learning about full moon ceremonies, cacao ceremonies, and new moon ceremonies and crystals. Now, I had already been tapping into all these different rituals that existed, thanks to the indigenous people, thanks to all of the amazing healers and witches out there that have made this information accessible to a lot of us, those of us that are interested. And when I came, so I had already been dabbling into all of this when I was doing my yoga teacher training back in 2005. But today I can honestly say I definitely have a lot more clarity and understanding. Now, the internet, when you do searches, the internet gives you, every mainstream publication is sharing their insights on what all of this means, all of these full moons and all of these different rituals. But it then, for me personally, it takes you away from your own personal intuition. It's sort of, it's nice to know that it's a full moon. It's nice to know that the full moon is in Scorpio. And it's really nice to know that the full moon is in Scorpio during the Taurus season. So I have been trying to think about what that means. And the reason why I think I've been so fascinated with it is because my husband is a Scorpio and I'm a Taurus, and tomorrow's my birthday. And I'm 49, and my friend Tara, my healer, my friend, she had told me that our cells rejuvenate every 7 years. So this year it happens to be, I'll be 49, so it's a new rebirth for me with this beautiful super moon in alignment. And all of the transitioning that I've experienced in life has brought me to this moment. So I think, as I research to try to figure out what exactly does it mean. Oh, thank you. My birthday is actually tomorrow, but thank you. When I think about what the full moon means in Scorpio, I have to think about energetically what are Scorpios known for. Scorpios are known to sort of be, I'm not going to say the negative things, but I think what they stand for is they're very distrusting. They don't really allow you to, they don't believe, you really have to earn their trust. And if you basically break that trust, it's really difficult to get back in there. And so that's what I think of Scorpio, and then the softer side of Scorpio is that they're very sexual, that they love to make love, to make people feel good through touch and senses. So I love the idea of the Scorpio full moon during the Taurus season, because Taurus are about sensuality. Taurus are about good taste in foods and grounding and earth and just really appreciating materialism. And so when you look at the Scorpio full moon and then the characteristics of Taurus and this all happening right now in the planets, then I think it's a really, really good time for you to take a look at your shadows. Take a look at your, a lot of people want to consider manifestation without doing the work. And it is essential for you to do the work, because you could potentially manifest what it is that you wanted to bring into your life. The brain does what the body wants. So if the body is saying, I want to manifest this experience, I want to know what it feels like, and I'm ready for it, then the brain is going to say, okay, let's push forward and let's figure out how we can make this all happen. However, if you don't deal with your shadows, if you don't do that healing work, and you step into that manifestation, you will quickly realize that it was not in alignment and you weren't ready for it, and it doesn't feel as good as you thought it would feel. Whereas if you're doing the healing work, if you're allowing yourself to tap into the shadows, if you're allowing yourself to really take that the decline that comes with the elevation, then you are not going to feel what you thought it would be like, and so shadow work to me, while we're in the full moon of Scorpio, is what this means. It really means taking a look at what are the areas of your life that you've found yourself struggling with. For me personally, it's been confidence, and I continue to persevere. I continue to push through, and then just when I'm getting a little sort of glimpse of what could possibly happen, don't ask, all of a sudden I have 10 steps back and I feel like I'm starting over again. Now at my 49 years of age, I know that it's not starting over again. It's just taking me back so that when I go through the experience again, I'm actually going through the experience with my eyes wide open, with the ability to see what is it that I need to work through. And so tonight, as you're getting ready to prepare for this full moon, take the opportunity to connect with your shadows. Don't be ashamed. Don't be saddened. Actually, let yourself feel the feels. Feeling the feels are really good. But allow yourself to just see where the work needs to be done. Where are the shadows that are existing, that have been sort of hovering over you, taking over that space that is really designed for the experience you want. And so shadow work, that's what I feel this full moon is about. This full moon is about grounding yourself and really tapping into what are some of the things I need to work through. What are some of the shadows that I have been avoiding that really need to be brought to the forefront so that I can see the light. I shared an affirmation in my feed. It's an affirmation that came from my heart. It's one that I think will be helpful. Like I said, in my 49 years of life, I've experienced sexual trauma, physical abuse, homelessness, drug and alcohol abuse, you name it. I've experienced it. And when I look at all of those experiences, if we are reborn every 7 years, then I'm happy to say that I am ready to be reborn into a whole new experience, one that is in alignment with the leveling up that I want to create in my life. And I would love to hear from you. I know my Instagram has been really strange. I got banned twice because I sort of shared a point of view on just being intuitive and taking care of your body, and it was flagged as if I was saying the wrong message about COVID, which that wasn't what it was about. So thank you so much for being here with me, Mandy, the whole time. And when I post this, I'm sure other people will have an opportunity to see it. But ultimately, if it's only you that sees it, it doesn't matter. If it helps and impacts your life in a positive way, that's it. Then mission accomplished. Even if it only helps me, mission accomplished. Because ultimately, when you're okay, the world is okay. And that's what we forget. Self-care and self-love comes from a very selfless space, because when you're okay, then the world is okay. Mwah.